Cabana Talk with Abfabwomen. I am sitting here at the Luxe Hotel, I don't know which one, but we're on Sunset Boulevard in sunny California, and I'm with some absolutely fabulous women friends, and we're going to be talking to Marla Martenson on her new book, Diary of a Beverly Hills Matchmaker. First of all, I would like to introduce these lovely ladies here, and I'll go from left to right, I guess. This is Deborah Eckerling, Imbarus,
hi,
Marla Martenson, and Deborah Oakland, and yours truly, Deborah Koeppel. So we're going to be talking to Marla on her book. So Marla, I love this book.
thank you.
Absolutely fabulous.
It's AppFab.
It's AppFab, it is. And Marla, you write for the website too.
I do. I'm the metaphysical matchmaker on the Absolutely Fabulous website.
And you give such wonderful dating advice to everybody. It's just, you know, it's wonderful. You know, because
She does.
it's rough out there, you know, in the dating world.
She's a matchmaker.
Yeah, once a week I put up some new dating tips or dating advice or funny stories or questions from readers. So
Exactly.
anything you need to know, and you can always email me and ask your question too.
And I was so excited to read this book. I mean, I couldn't put it down. I read it in one night, actually. I did. And it was funny. It was, I loved reading your story, and I want to know more. Hopefully there's a sequel coming out.
There's a sequel coming up for next spring.
Good, good. And, you know, there was a little bit of parts in it that kind of disturbed me with the men and the double D women. And
Well, being a matchmaker in Los Angeles is, of course, a different experience than if I was a matchmaker in maybe my hometown outside of Seattle or in the Midwest. And I actually, my father's cousin, who I adore, who's a lot older than I am, and she lives up in Washington State, she emailed me recently, or sent me a letter, and said that when she saw my website, she was so disappointed that since I've opened my own service, I'm sticking with the beautiful women and wealthy men, because when she read my book, she was so disheartened that the guys are so shallow and just want the 10s, and they have to be like a size 0 to 2 with the double D chest and all that. And I said, well, unfortunately, if I want to have this kind of career in Los Angeles, I can't do it any other way, because the men are not going to pay thousands of dollars to meet an average-looking woman. They can meet that on their own or on the internet. And the women out here have high expectations. They want a very successful man. They see the celebrities, they see the Rolls Royces and the Porsches going down the street and the red carpets, and they want a part of that, and they figure, well, if you're going to match me up, you know, let me give you my wish list. So I do have a tall order to fill.
Sure, and I can understand that in some respects, but it seems like some of the women are kind of selling themselves short.
25-year-olds would really love a guy who's 30. You know, they don't want the older guys, but the older guys are the ones usually with the money. So sometimes they will stretch their parameters there, and a lot of times it doesn't work out because they're not attracted to the man. So they are also looking for the whole package, but they're really sometimes holding out. And then I'll meet ladies who come into me and they're in their 40s, still single, still hoping to get that millionaire or billionaire, which I've had women request, and now they're full of plastic surgery and puffed out lips and boobs, and they're competing with the 25 and 30-year-olds, and it's a big mess. What if you lose an arm or a leg? What if you lose your job? What if you become sick or have breast cancer? Do you want somebody to be there by your side, or somebody who'll just trade you up and say, well, they're not, they don't look like anymore. So maybe you're not going to have the multimillionaire, but you'll have a guy to stick by you and to have a wonderful relationship with, and you'll work as partners. Maybe the woman's not going to look like Heidi Klum, but she's, you know, adorable, she's charismatic, and she's got a good figure, she keeps in shape, she can keep up with you. You know, look at your priorities and really what you're looking for in life, instead of just, wow, I saw that in a magazine and I want that.
It's very difficult to date in LA as a, you'll forgive me, normal woman. I mean, I want everything. I haven't settled down or settled yet. So, do I want a millionaire? I'll cope. You know, I would much rather have a good guy who loves me, who I love. And I've been doing my affirmations ever since I connected with Marla, so I really have good high hopes for, you know, finding the right guy, because you live long enough. I'm in my 30s. You live long enough, and I haven't settled down and had long-term relationships, but I've waited this long, so I want the prize. And why should I?
You know what? I don't think
for
it's.
less.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you end up divorced, and then that's very painful, and you got to start over. So it's better to.
And I don't think even women in LA. I think it's that way for everybody. I mean, mean, I've lived in Illinois. I moved to Las Vegas. I live in Las Vegas, so it's probably another one of those.
But people will ask me, Marla, how did you get such a great guy? I want a guy like yours. And I thought, sometimes I'll say, you never would have accepted a date from somebody like my husband because he doesn't make, you know, 500,000 or a million or two, you know, and up a year, and he drives a regular car. You wouldn't, you know, the car he was driving when I met him, it was, he called it the Predator. It was like, you know, this 1991 Daihatsu that was falling apart. And when he came to pick me up, I didn't even think about it. He was so charming. I was happy to go out with him. He bought another car a few months later. You know, I didn't even think about that. But the ladies that I match wouldn't have gotten in the car, so he wouldn't have had a chance to meet a great guy.
So Marla, you are more interested in someone with a soul, with a character, and that's not really going to come out like, you know, the very first time you're going to see someone. You know, people are very, you know, visual, so you told me that it's like the 3 seconds rule, you know. Generally speaking, you know, you either like someone or you don't.
Well, especially
so how many times are you really going to give to another person? How many chances to really get to know his soul or his character? I mean, you were more than willing to do that. It was definitely love at first sight with Adolfo. I know him very well. But, you know, secondly, I mean,
I think there's a luck at first sight too.
Of course. And I mean, you know, their marriage is probably, you know, among the few ones that are really, really steady and, you know, creative. They are both creative people. So they really have very many things in common, which nowadays is really hard to find. I really think it's hard to find, like, normal people.
I hear it all the time.
We always, you know, live in this la-la's land where expectations are really, really high.
Exactly.
And then it's really coming down to your nowadays environment. You really don't know how to act because you don't know what normality is all about. So,
But see, if you like something, that person, when I saw him, something connected, we liked each other, we went over to a friend's house, we got talked. I accepted another date the next day. I hadn't seen his car yet, you know.
Exactly.
So if you like him, you give another chance. Well, I like him. I like what he's about. I like how he looked. Let me give another chance. I could have. Now, the next night, I met Matt Damon somehow, and I was talking to him, and he was so cute, and I thought, and not that he asked me out, but some other girl came up and started talking. But I thought, don't mess this up, because I started with my old patterns of, oh, you know, maybe, but I said, no, this guy likes you, even though you've just met. Give it a chance. Don't be jumping around, Gemini that I am, always jumping around to the next thing. So just kind of focus here, and thank goodness I did.
That's a good thing. Yeah, you're very happy. That's good.
So you gave him a second chance, and that chance turned into
Matt
the
Damon was
third
smoking.
one. You know,
Right now.
That's a deal breaker.
But I remember thinking, how cute. You know, he was so cute.
Kissing an ashtray.
Yeah, really.